Genesis 22, remain on your seat, 22, 1 through 5. New Living Translation. It reads, sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. Abraham, God called. Yes, he replied, here I am. Take your son. Huh? There y'all go. Your only son, yes, Isaac, whom you love so much, to the land of Moriah. Go and sacrifice him as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will show you. The next morning, Abraham got up early. He saddled his donkey and took 2 of his servants with him along with his son Isaac. Then chopped wood for a fire, for a burnt offering, and set out for the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day of the journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. Stay here with the donkey. Abraham told the servants, the boy and I will travel a little farther. We will worship there and then come right back. We will worship there and then come right back. I know you want to worship with us, but there's sometimes that God said there's a worship that some people won't understand. He said, I need you to stay right here. I remember at the Garden of Gethsemane, he told the apostles, he said, y'all stay right here. He said, but while you're here, watch out. He said, but I'm going to go a little further. I got to go worship with the Lord. But you can't go with me. And here's Abraham in the same place of worship. And what he did was he set the stage for Jesus to come and worship in the same place. This is what you're talking about. Jesus worshiped in the Garden of Gethsemane, Bishop. And here was Abraham. He's worshiping on Mount Moriah. So how in the world are they in the same place? What we must understand, there's worship, and like Jake said, there's worship. There's worship and there's worship. So they were going to worship. We worship, but then there's worship. I love to hear Jake say, and when you worship the Lord in truth and spirit. So they went to worship the Lord. And they went to the same place. Listen, there you go again. Jesus was in Gethsemane and Abraham was on Mount Moriah. How in the world did they worship in the same place? They worshiped in a place of agony beyond our understanding. They worshiped in a place of agony that you can't understand unless you was in that place of worship. Come on, somebody. I remember, and I'm saying this because today the Lord allowed me to talk to my daughter. She's been walking in the glory of God for 33 years, and she only had to spend 1 day in hell. That's why that day, as 1,000 years, is so plain to me. And I never knew why I would understand the pain of a day being so plain until God took me back and he said, remember the day that your daughter came into the world and she only stayed here a day. Has the pain left yet? I'm still in the middle of 1,000 years. That's why it's so plain. But the day I had a chance and the Lord told me, he said, I got somebody I want you to meet. I want you to meet Leticia. Leticia.
All right.
I said, huh? Come on, Lord, for real? And so, for a lady, all she knows is she woke up and I was praising the Lord and crying like a baby. She didn't know why I was praising the Lord. She didn't know why I was crying like a baby. But I had a chance to sit with my daughter today.
Glory to God.
See, it is a beautiful thing when you are in heaven and when you're in heaven and on the earth and you can fellowship with those that are already in heaven. But God said, this is your reward, not to be away from the ones that you love because I have brought them home with me.
Glory.
This is your right now reward, and I'm trying to make heaven just as real as it is to me. I'm trying to make it just that real to you.
Amen.
They'll tell you, you better stop going over to that church. That man over there, he's a cult. They don't call us a cult too.
Oh, God.
They don't call us a whole lot of things. They call Jesus a demon. But the thing about it is, I like it when people call you things, because now that you have their attention, and when you got somebody's attention, that's your chance to show them that you know God for real, for real.
Amen.
And so here it is. He says, notice what he said in the word. It clearly states, he said, I'm going to prepare you to worship me for real, for real. I told you the whole thing about this earth is not our calling, but the avail to learn God.
Amen.
The avail to get to know God. That is the whole thing about our calling. We have the avail, somebody say the avail, to get to know God. We have the avail to get to know God. Hello? Anybody appreciate it?
Amen.
Amen. One of these days, there you go. We have the avail to get to know God. So that is what we're here. We're here to what? Learn. Not to prove how special our calling is. You call me what you want. You ain't got to call me Bishop. You call me Maurice, I answer. I don't get offended. You call me brother. It don't matter. Because whether you call me brother, whether you call me bishop, whether you call me Maurice, whether you call me donkey, whether you call me addict, it don't matter. I understand the principle of learning. I understand the principle of what? Learning. And you got to understand God will not put more. That girl got me this morning. She got me this morning. I don't think you was there, Pastor.
Oh my God.
That girl got me this morning.
My God.
She said, Bishop, if I love somebody, can I love them from a distance? I say, yeah, you can love them from a distance, but God gonna bring you back into their presence to see whether or not you love them. So one day He's gonna bring them around you, or either they might be in a distance and they might be have a need, and God let you be aware of the need, and then He's gonna say, if you love them, you'll take care of this need. She said, Lord, Bishop, we talking about love now. She said, but Bishop, God said He won't put more on me than I can do. She said, if I can't love him like that, God. Boy, look at here. But she grew in the moment. Did you grow in the moment?
Amen.
Boy, I had a good time with this. She said, God, we talking about love. She said, God won't ask me to love nobody I can't love. But it says sometime later, 22:1. Sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. He told him that he was going to be the father of what? Many. In other words, it's not going to be a spirit that you won't have faith in me to bring you beyond. And when you have the faith of Abraham, there's not a spirit, unclean spirit that you know that God's not going to bring you beyond. Amen. And you got to demonstrate that you have faith when the spirit is at its strongest in your life. There is no showing faith when God has put me on the other side of the strength of that spirit. In other words, I am faithful in serving God when that unclean spirit appears to be having its way in my life. I am faithful in my serving God when that unclean spirit had me looking like a joke. I'm faithful to God when that unclean spirit says I'm going to die and not live. I'm faithful to God.
Amen.
So he says here, sometime later, anybody understand what sometime later is? After I have taught you, I will not test you without teaching you. How much sense that make? Me expecting you to get a good grade on a test when I ain't taught you. Push that red up a little bit. That's why God, just a tad. That's why God ain't mad at you. Because he knows anything that you can't do, he has not taught you how not to do it. And the devil keeps telling you you've been taught. And as I hear this, I'm hearing that so you're sitting here, doubting yourself over and over and over and over. Minister Michael, you are taught in your place of transgression. You're taught in your place of weakness. But you can't learn the lesson because of all these judges around you. Where you're taught in your place of weakness, you're taught in the place of your transgression, but you can't learn your lesson because of all these judges around you. I was being taught in my place of shortcoming. I was being taught in my place of weakness, but I couldn't learn the lesson because of all these judges around me. You know what happens when you're in the presence of judges, whether you're guilty or not guilty. You're sitting there, even if you got a jury crowd, a jury that's going to sentence you guilty or not guilty. The jury is not only looking at your expression, they're not only listening to the lawyers, they're looking at the expression of the judge. And in a jury trial, the judge has no say-so. The only thing he's at liberty to do after the jury has made a decision is to sentence you. So here we are, trying to be taught through our transgressions, trying to be taught through our weaknesses, but we cannot be taught because we are trying to impress the judge. A judge that cannot sentence me over what God is the only one that has the power to sentence me in heaven or hell. But y'all are acting like these people that's telling you ain't right, telling you ain't wrong, telling you how to do it. You keep trying to impress those judges, and the longer you try to impress these judges, the longer it takes you to hear the lesson that God is trying to teach you. There is no walking with God without being in a state of humbleness.
Amen.
Because if I'm not humble, I will ask God like Brother Isaac asked his daddy. He just said, he didn't even ask him. He said, Father, I see the fire, I see the wood. Where's the sacrifice? And he said, God will provide. In other words, God is the judge. Notice what he said. After a while, sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. God would not test us, and God did not test Abraham. Faith tested Abraham. Faith tested Abraham. Abraham, God called? Yes. Here, notice what he said. Here, looking like you. Here, looking like you. What did he say? Here what? No, he didn't. Read it. Here what? Here what?
Here I am.
Here what?
I am.
Here what?
I am.
Here what?
Here I am.
Look, so I am that I am. So Abraham acknowledged here looking like you. I am that I am. I'm looking like the I am that I am. So he said, Abraham, are you dressed up? Abraham said, just like you. Here I am. Hello, somebody. And then he tells them, he says, take your son, your only son, yes, Isaac. So Abraham good.
No.
Abraham talking about thinking, oh, I got a son of abundance. I can take that one. I go find that boy. He said, no, I want you to take the son of promise. The one that was conceived through love. That one, that's the one I want. See, when you got a child of promise, you say it was conceived through love. So what you're saying is what? Huh? Watch this now. Don't miss it. Child of promise for me right now. Child of promise for me right now. God, this is so good. Conceived through love. Come here, Let. I need y'all to grow. Conceived through love. Child of promise. Take Pastor Nisi. Conceived through love. Watch this now. Verondo and Helen, the time that she was conceived, they was in love. But Verondo couldn't handle her harmonious, her hormones shifted. So as she was pregnant, they didn't appear to be in love. So I take care of her, not because me and her made her, but I take care of her because I know she could not be here unless God, if but for a moment, allowed love to come in so she could be conceived. So she was conceived through love, so now I love her. It ain't about what we did together. He had a party. Mo had a party for a moment. I got a party to the end. That was somebody.
Amen.
So whatever was conceived through love, I treated like I know where it came from. It didn't come from Mo and Bynes. It came from God.
Amen.
So I treat it like I know where it came from. So that ain't Mo's daughter. She'll tell him that. She done told him, you my daddy. But the only father I know. I said, you can't tell that man that. I wasn't the bishop. Did you tell him that? And me and him good. I see it right now.
Amen.
I don't get mad because him or her had my daughter. I ain't mad.
Amen.
I promise you, I thank God for him buying the Pampers and I didn't have to. I am not, what I'm trying to show you is, none of y'all could have been here if that, watch this, and I said this, if there had not been a moment of God making y'all find a place of love even if you didn't understand it. I see. Thank you, Mo, if you're listening for buying the Pampers. Appreciate you. Watch what I'm saying here. This is the one I want you to take. The next morning, Abraham got up early. See, y'all, the reason y'all get so caught up and get in trouble is because y'all, when God tells y'all to do something, y'all try to waste the time hoping God will change his mind. Y'all go to procrastinate hoping God will change his mind. Y'all want go to wasting time. God ain't going to change his mind. Especially when he's especially when he's allowing faith. He said the next morning, Abraham got up early. He saddled a donkey and took two of his servants, along with his son Isaac. Then he chopped wood for a fire for a burnt offering and set out to the place where God told him about. See, y'all think y'all want to tell God where y'all want to make y'all sacrifices. He said, no, you're going to go where I tell you to make the sacrifice. I'm going to make you make the sacrifice in the city of jealousy. I'm going to let you make the sacrifice in the city of addiction. I'm going to let you make the sacrifice in the city of lying. I'm going to let you make the sacrifice. You want to tell God where you're going to make the sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
Because even whenever you make your sacrifice, you ain't going to hang around people who sacrifice is less than yours. You're going to always find somebody whose sacrifice is worse than yours. So you can always look up. And I see God made my sacrifice the worst of the worst. And what I want to tell you, your sacrifice feel like the worst of the worst. Wherever you are, I don't care how light it is, if it's a real sacrifice, it feels like the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Anybody can relate to that? Feel like the worst thing that could ever happen to you. So I want you to say, Lord, thank you for the worst.
Thank you for the worst.
Notice what he says here. On the third day of the journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. And I can hear God saying, Abraham, that's good. I can hear God saying, Abraham, it's good that you got up early in the morning. I can hear God saying, Abraham, it's good that you're going to get to that place sooner than later. I can hear God saying, what you're saying, I don't want to have nothing to do with. God said, that's good that you're going here. God said, that's good that you're going through that. God said, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Yes.
And then when you get to the place, and when you get to the place, he told them, y'all can hear God's good. You heard God tell me that's good. You can hear God's good. I can hear God tell you good. But there's a place that only you can go where nobody but you and God for him to tell you that that's very, very good.
Right now.
You can hear God tell me it's good. But there's a place that only I can go and be with God where I can hear that it's very, very good. And there's a place that you got to go with God where you can hear God say it's very, very good. If everything you're hearing is good, 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 that means you always got somebody around and they got to see you doing something for God. But when you do something for God that you don't understand, something you don't want to do, that's the only place you're going to find you're very, very, very good. The only place you're going to find you're very good.
Come on, Bishop.
He says, on the third day of the journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. Stay here with the donkey. Stay here with the donkey. Because if I take you with me, you're going to act like a donkey based on what I'm getting ready to do. So you stay right here with the donkey. Don't need you going with me. Because you're going to interfere with what God needs me to do. Stay here, right here. Abraham told the servants, and the boy and I will travel a little farther. We will worship there. When you worship God in the worst place of your life, in other words, things are not going good, but I can still go to church. That's a real worship.
Amen.
That's all right.
Amen.
Anybody can worship God when the sun is shining. But can you worship God when he allowed darkness to come into your life?
Amen.
Can you worship God when nobody expects you to worship God? Can you serve God and worship God when things don't appear to be godly?
Hallelujah.
In other words, when you can't worship God when things don't appear to be godly, that means you're not the light of God. Because when you're the light of God, no matter how dark it gets, God said, you will always see God. When you are the light of God, you can't show nobody God in the darkness unless you see him, yo.
Glory to God. Thank you, God.
Everybody can worship when the sun is out. Everybody can worship when all I got to do is go to church and pray for you. But when you worship God, when God tell you to go to Sister So-and-so and give her $200.
Amen.
That ain't God, because he know I ain't got but 210 in the bank. And that can't be God. The devil just trying to break me. No, God's trying to give you more than what you got, but you won't give him that worship. 10 in the bank. He said, when you worship me, where it don't make no sense. Will you worship me when you don't want to? Will you worship me in a place where you know they're going to talk about you? Will you worship me, Jesus? Will you go and die, look like a sinner for me? Would you do that? Because I need them to see me. And the only way they're going to see me as strong as I am, they'll never see me do something that is simple. I need something that is pure. I need something that they know don't deserve to die. I need something that they need to see me. And will you worship me as a sinner, Jesus? Will you worship me as looking like a sinner? How many people here say it?
Amen.
Glory, glory.
How many people say y'all scared to say the same?
Hallelujah.
You scared the devil gonna do something to you? You scared to stand on your feet and say hallelujah? I know I'm saved and I know I'm saved. How many people here know they saved?
Hallelujah.
So if you saved, why you worry about what you look like to people? If you saved, why you worried about where God sent you? He told Abraham, he said, go to the place that I told you to go to. He didn't send him to Mount Sinai, the holy mountain. He sent him to Mount Moriah. There was no sacrifices made on Mount Moriah. No, we would have said, that ain't God, because if it were God, he would have told us to go to Mount Sinai. He wouldn't have told us to go to Mount. Don't nobody make no sacrifices on Mount Moriah. Don't nobody make no sacrifices. What's that corner? 3rd and 3rd and then pumping on 3rd and 6th. Don't nobody make no sacrifices on that corner, brother. Turn to Minister Turner. Don't nobody make no sacrifices on that corner. That ain't on a God. Don't nobody make no sacrifices on Sistrum Boulevard and Fort Lock. That ain't God. When you hear God, it ain't about where he tells you to go. It's about what he told you to do.
Yes. Yes.
And you do it wherever he tells you to do it.
Yes.
Amen.
Do y'all know something? You know how I know you can trust God? Anybody say, Bishop, how do I know I can trust God? Think about the worst thing you ever did in your life.
My God.
That you know of. That don't nobody know but you. Huh? The worst thing you ever did in your life, don't nobody know it but you.
Real now.
I ain't tell y'all to move back in. I just told y'all some of y'all will move back in. Don't move back in, baby. It ain't coming back. It's over with. Don't move in. God said, if I didn't tell that, why you worry about me telling this petty stuff you're dealing with right now? If I didn't tell that, why you worry about me telling this petty stuff I got you going through right now? You waste the word. Look what he said. He said, y'all stay right here. We are going to worship. In other words, I can't take you with me, Mr. Michael.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to try to stop me from doing what God needs me to do. When I raised the staff, you probably would have killed me if I did that. You can't kill that boy. And you would have messed up what God needed Abraham to know.
Right.
You got people in your life that's judging you.
Amen. Come on, Bishop.
And you can't learn your lesson of humility. Because you're trying to impress these right now judges. Instead of learning how to live with God through humbling yourself, through what you can't do for yourself, and thanking him, and to be able to walk with him in a life of thanksgiving. You can't go where I'm going. Perfect example. Huh? You can't go where I'm going. Because of where I'm going. Heard Bishop preach about teaching Bible study in the county jail. Heard Bishop talk about it, preach about it. And I spoke it into my life. Bishop, I want to be a teacher just like. I want to learn how to teach just like.
Be careful.
Be careful what you ask for.
That's right.
And I knew he couldn't handle it. I knew he couldn't. But I knew if God sent him there, he could. So when he first got there, he was leaning on Bishop. You better not let me fall. I saved your life yesterday, so hold me up. Well, them boys was at my son yesterday. Boy, he better be glad I went on one of my crusades yesterday. Boy, look at him. They was circling. I took the brother, I said, bro, come, let's go ride. I talked for 10 minutes and I closed my eyes. He said, you must be sleeping, I'm letting you think. I talked for 5 more minutes, I closed my eyes. He said, Bishop, you gonna go? I said, I'm letting you. He didn't realize I was letting him think about what I said. Because if I kept engaging with him, he wouldn't have thought about it because he would have been talking about it. You gotta know your children. This is a talker.
Yes, Lord.
You gotta know your children.
Yes, Lord.
And see, when you engage with him, you gotta say what you gotta say and then act like you sleep so he can think about it. Otherwise, he's gonna talk his way right out of it.
Yes, Lord.
You gotta know your children. You saw me kept like I was asleep. Like I was asleep. I say something, I wake up and then I say something, and it look like I fall back asleep. Because if I'd have kept my eyes open, you would start talking and I'm thinking. But he goes to the county jail. And all he's concerned about, after saying he wanted to learn the way I learned from God, he's concerned about getting out of the way he's supposed to learn. Because I told him when I went to the county jail, I taught Bible study from the night I got there to the night I got out. He didn't start teaching for a week. I said, boy, you ain't getting out till you start teaching. He said, for real? He said, well, I better start. See, you find out what motivates a person, and I know what motivated him was getting out. So I took him to a place of motivation. I said, you ain't getting out till you start teaching. And he went to teaching up something, and then the next thing you know, when I would call him and he would call me, y'all couldn't call you because you didn't have a private line. But anyway, when he would call me, then now he was not talking. You notice it too. He was not talking about getting out. He was talking about how the brothers are getting saved. He was talking about how the brothers are receiving God. He began to talk about. Jesus. So you can't go where I'm going. But I'm going there, so you don't have to. But if you open your mouth and say, I want to learn like you want to learn, God said you spoke it into existence and you said I don't do what you want me to do, so here it is, my son. But I went there. And if he would have just remained unleavened bread, instead of being concerned about being showbread, he could have learned from my going. And he would not have had to talk less, listen more, study to listen, study to be quiet, talk less, listen more, because then I want to say what I think I can do, and God said you added more to your plate than you needed on your plate. You may be seated. You added more to your plate than I intended to put on your plate. I remember once, I was about 8 years old. I ain't never seen nobody cook grits like my Aunt Joe. And so she cooks her pots of grits. She cooks her pots of grits. And I said, Lord, I said, Joe, can I have some more grits? She said, yeah, baby. And then they were all gone. I say, can I have some more grits? She said, so she cooked a little pot. I said, yeah, baby. She said, you full now? So when she asked me, I said, if I can get a little bit more, I'll be all right. That lady got one of those big old collard green pots. And she cooked a collard green pot of grits. And she took them out the plate. She put them all on that plate. Plate here, plate there. She said, now eat them all. Teach you about it. Knowing you don't need no more. You just want it because you know I'm going to keep cooking it. And that's what we do with God. We got all that we need. But the more God gives us, the more we ask for. You got all that you need. But the only reason you want more because you see somebody else with it. And God said the more of that you have, the less of me you have. The more of me you have, the less desire you'll have for that.
That's all right now.
You can't go where I'm going, because if you go with me, you're going to interrupt what God wants me to do, what he wants me to do. Why do you think he didn't take Sarah with him? Sarah would have killed her. That lady done waited till she was 100 years old to have a baby, and now you talking about taking her baby up to the mountain. You fool! Sarah would have killed him on the way. I told people this morning in the class, and I want to ask everybody, how many people have ever been hurt? Raise your hand if you ever been hurt. Have they ever been hurt? Have they ever been hurt? Ain't none of y'all ever been hurt. Ain't none of y'all ever been hurt. I don't think so anyway. You ain't never been hurt. Come on, darling. I'm hurting you right now because, I know. Come on, baby. Yeah, I know I just hurt you. No, I know y'all ain't never been hurt.
No.
If she twists my arm. Yeah, I'm hurting because she twisting that hard. But if she twists my arm, all of a sudden she done twisted out the socket. She twisted my arm. All of a sudden she done twisted out the socket. It ain't hurt yet. Then she twisted again. And now I know she fit to snatch it off. When the pain gets unbearable, there's only one thing hurt will do. Hurt will kill her. Ain't none of y'all ever killed nobody, I don't think. But when you hurt for real, it ain't gonna live. You will kill whatever's hurting you to stop the pain. When you've been hurt for real. I had one person tell me this morning, I did try to kill somebody. I ain't gonna tell nobody just in case they still investigating, trying to figure out who it was. She said, but I put some poison in their stuff and for 4 or 5 days. And don't laugh too hard now. The people might be watching on TV. They might still be being investigated. She said, I put some stuff in their food and hoping they would die, but you was not hurt, because if you were hurt, you would kill them in the moment. And when you really hurt, you don't care about no police. You don't care. You don't care about no job. You don't care about no career.
No kids.
When you really hurt, you want to kill whatever's hurting you.
Boy,
That's when you've been hurt. Right or wrong, Mama Rose? Mama Rose said, that don't mean number one. She said, I've been there. You ain't never been hurt. You were headed there.
my God.
But if somebody really, why do you think a woman that is being beat finds a way to kill her pain?
My God.
Because she can't take no more of the... You can't go where I've been. Pastor, come here, Pastor. Man, get this. Get it. Now see, who you going to kill, man? You find out who hurt you, you finna go handle that? Handle that, bro. Come here, Pastor. All y'all married women, where she been in a painful place. She's a pastor that has been prepared to help you with your pain. She cannot help through principles and theory. That's what y'all want in churches. Y'all want counseling. But a counselor can't really help you because a counselor don't really know your pain. A counselor don't know your agony for real. He knows it through theory. She knows it through principle. But if you got somebody who done been to hell, and you got somebody who's talking about hell, you be the one who's talking about it if you want to, and you're going to experience hell. But if you got somebody who's been to hell, they're going to tell you the agony of hell because they've been there, and you'll straighten up for real, for real. The counselor will help you straighten up for a little while. But a person who's been to hell, they can tell you this ain't what you want. This ain't what you Your eyes didn't look a certain way, but your spirit did, so be careful. This ain't what you want. You can't go where I'm going, but if you listen, you'll know I went so you don't have to. If you listen. But if you don't listen, you're going to get in the way of me helping others. And guess what? Because of you, they're going to have to experience hell because you're going to talk about how phony I am. You're going to get in the way. But the bottom line is, you're going to go there. But when you go, it ain't going to faze you because the devil can't trick you because somebody warned you about all the traps of hell when you get there. Notice what he said. This is your teacher. But y'all want to be taught the Bible. Y'all don't want to learn life. Every story in the Bible was a life story. Y'all want to learn the Bible. But here is somebody living with you in your life, been ordained. That oil look like it's still running down your hair, girl. Or is that just good hair? Okay, I knew that. Yeah, I forgot. I knew who your mama is.
Paid in full.
All right, because I don't want to repo it, but anyway. So here we are. She's been through so much that when you call her, she can make it believable. In other words, her agony and her pain was not to hurt her. Her agony and her pain was to make her a teacher of teachers.
Amen. Amen.
So in other words, she don't have a degree from the University of Miami or Harvard or Princeton, but she has a degree from the Spirit of Jesus. In other words, she says, I have a degree from the Spirit of Jesus, not the church, but I took on Jesus' Spirit when he said, I will suffer and not complain. So those that follow me will understand that even when they go through, God yet loves them.
Glory to God. Glory to God.
I will suffer because I got a degree through the Spirit of Jesus. I will suffer and not complain. And when you've seen somebody suffer and not complain, now when she talks to Sister Chichi has confidence. This ain't nothing compared to what my sister went through, and if my sister made it through it, I can. But you'd rather listen to somebody who's going to get up here and fake like they ain't going through nothing. And you lose the power of the testimony that God gave them for him to show them him. You can't go where I'm going, but you're going. Because everybody has to be purified. And so what y'all keep doing, and we talked, I'm not going to get back into it, as she talked this morning. And I don't know if she caught it. She's avoiding just enduring the pain to get past, well, she passed it now. But for years, she avoided the pain. Low self-esteem, you gotta you got to endure the pain to build up that self-esteem.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
So now, so when she built up the pain, she no longer saw it as hurt. She saw it as a sacrifice so I could help another sister who's going through where I've been, and I could tell them, look, this is how you do it, baby. You don't have to, this is what real love is, baby. In other words, you don't have to take this.
That's right. Hallelujah.
You preaching now, Pastor.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. Oh, y'all, I gotta go to the restroom. Finish. Talk to me.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Grab my, preach a little bit.
Preacher, while he was speaking, I was listening to what he was saying. I was, but my mind was focused on this sign in the back. Look at the sign in the back. What does it say?
10 to 1 another.
Y'all see 10 to one another. What is this word saying? You can't go to where I'm going. Now, how will you tend to somebody if you can't go where they're going? Think about that. How can you tend to somebody?
I know.
Let me go over here to this saint over here. You got the answer to that?
I know.
What do you have to say, saint?
I won't complain. I'll go there for them. And I won't complain about going.
That's right.
And then I won't tell them they owe me nothing for going.
That's right.
And
Thank you.
that's all I got.
That's all you got. Did you hear what the saint said? I will be a giver and not a borrower.
Hallelujah.
I will be a giver and not a receiver. I will be a depositor and not a withdrawer. I will place and put stuff into your spirit and not just suck it out and suck it out and suck it out till you drain. Amen. And you can't even have the strength to go where God has called you to go. A place that only you and God got to go alone in your worship.
Right, get your very, very good.
Okay, let me go back to the saint again because the saint got something to say.
Yeah. When I went with God and just me and God, then, you know, I got to a place where I would go there. I found out that I was not gonna die there. So and then I realized I didn't die there. So that means God was with me there. So I kept going there, and then I realized that God said, "This ain't the way I want you to live. I just brought you here to learn."
That's the neighborhood. You ain't gonna stay in that neighborhood, not saying.
I brought you here to learn. See, I brought you back to Northwest, not to live in the Northwest. I brought you back here to teach those about the Northwest neighborhood that you grew up in. See, I know something about Fort Lauderdale, even though I live in Orlando. But I want to tell you right now, what you got to understand is that I've been through this, so you don't have to. And then when God calls you, you'll know that, you know what, I got to go through whatever I got to go through, because you know what, God said none of us are righteous, no, not one. So whatever I got to go through, I will not complain, because I know you went through more and you didn't complain about it. And when you weren't complaining about it, that means you were learning how to show me just like Jesus. Endure without complaining, and you'll see the glory of God on the other side.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Endure without complaining. How can you ever get in your place of worship if you're talking and complaining and running your mouth? You have to learn to be quiet in that place of worship. I know we had to moan a little bit one Sunday. Was it a Sunday or Monday? We had to groan in our spirit. We couldn't say an uttering word. We had to say, my God. That is the place of worship. But when you go in, over talking, overthinking, over trying to figure stuff out, how can you learn in your place of worship? All you gonna do in that one-on-one time with God is overtalk God. You ain't gonna hear nothing He has to say to you. You ain't gonna be able to receive nothing God got to tell you and for you to learn in that moment, because you're so busy running your mouth. You're so busy trying to figure stuff out for yourself. You're so busy trying to take on what others have told you and what advice they have given you. Instead of listening to the counselor of counselors, well, my cousin told me to do this. My sister told me to do that. My homegirl and my homeboy told me to do this. What did God tell you in the worship in the place of being still and being quiet. What did God say to you? See, son, I got a thing now. I got a thing when my husband come to me. I say, what did God tell you? If I know, because trust me, a wife, let alone sheep, know the shepherd voice. A wife knows her husband's voice. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't ready for that yet. That's another level right there. Not only sheep will know the shepherd's voice, a wife knows her husband's voice. Do not the children know the mother's voice? I have co-workers that'll tell me, Trina, we didn't see you, but we heard you coming. They know my voice. When my husband say something, I know his voice. But when my husband say something that's not of him, I'm like, that ain't you. Let me edify and restore to bring you back. Let me hurry up and pull you back. Because what you're saying right now, that's not of you. Amen. Let me edify you. Let me lift you up. Instead of saying, Negro, who you think you talking to? Oh, yeah, that used to be me. Play with it if you want to. Throw these bowls. I'm a short little something compared to that, but didn't care. But now I know how to hear my husband's voice and to be able to decipher when it's flesh and it's spirit. And when even in myself and even in him and even in our bishop, the flesh will rise. Amen. But you got to bring that thing under subjection with the power of the spirit. Come on, somebody. You got to know how to speak to that thing and speak to your flesh. When you get in, I was about to say something to babies in here. For your single people.
Glory!
When your flesh rising up, you better put that thing under subjection, especially if you call yourself a child of God. When you get in those urges and those cravings and all those things, do you not know that is God tugging on you and trying to test you in that arena? Can you always gotta come subject? Do you need to come subject? Say, God, I thank you for this sin that you placed in me. Because what it is it's a key to unlock. So I'm finna show you which door I'm finna go through. I'm gonna take my sin key and I've got 2 doors I can go through. Now I got this sin key, Bishop, and I'm gonna put it in which door? Is it door A that's gonna take me down the road, the broad way, or is it in door B that's gonna take me down the narrow pathway? Because I promise you in this narrow pathway, I am going to succeed and I'm going to pass this test. So I'm going to take this key that I call sin. Hallelujah. I might smoke dope and I might drink alcohol and I might smoke some cigarettes. I might be a child molester. I might be a rapist. I might be an adulterer. You let this thing be in me right now, but I'm going to take this key right now.
Come on, Pastor.
Which key I'm going to put in the door?
Come on, Pastor.
Which key I'm going to put in which door?
Come on, Pastor.
No, I got one key. Which door? Which door? I'm going to take it in my place of worship. I'm going to put it in the door where it's just God and I.
Yes, ma'am.
That only God can deal with me. One-on-one, mano y mano. You understand? I want to put it in the door where my flesh got to die. I want to let God see, yes, thank you for this door. Thank you for this door. I'm going to take it and I'm going to shift the atmosphere with it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this old wretched mouth and I'm going to show you how I can bless you with it. I'm going to show you how I can build your kingdom with it because I'm going to use it for all your glory. I'm going to show you where my place of worship with you, God, by my obedience. That's my place of worship. Y'all can't go where I go with my place of worship. That thing God put in me to use me as a key to activate and unlock which door. I can't go where your place of worship is. You understand that, sis? Your key, that thing God put in you to give you urges and cravings and tickle you, to make you want to get some, feel good. Come on. I can't touch that key. It's for you to use that key. Say, all right, key. All right. But see, some sleep bishop, they'll go get a duplicate made. Go get a key made. And say, well, God, I got 2 keys. Hold on now. I got 2 keys. I made a copy. I got 2 keys and 2 doors. Let me unlock both of them. Y'all
tell you something. It's not about me. God said she has the rest of that sermon. And did she preach it? God said she has the rest of that sermon. But if it was about me, I'm like, Lord, she might out-preach me. She might show me up. But it ain't show me up. Because a shepherd always wants his sheep to feel secure and look better. Meaning what? Having to go through less what he or she went through. That's how we look better.
That's right.
When your children can preach on the spur of the moment. Come here. Come here. Preach on the spur of the moment. Your sheep can preach on the spur of the moment. You can give them the mic and they ain't scared no more. They can just say, Lord, give me a mic, because it's running out. The battery give me a mic. Give me that right there. The Lord, this is what it is. I preach whenever I show myself approved in and out of season. I stay ready. Now right now, she holding her breath. Oh my God. Bishop, why you doing this? Look, because I am loving you more than I love myself. I'm showing you right now, I don't care how late it is, you got to go. But we gonna let God have his way up in here today. Run away, child, running wild. You better go back home where you belong. You lost in this great big city. Go back home where you belong. Your unfamiliar face, come here right now. Go back home and preach that word.
Glory to God. I give you all praise, Father God, in the name of Jesus. Well, my history is my history.
Amen.
Your history is your history.
That's right.
Our history
That's
is our here to show God that we are here to make it through it no matter what. I give God all the praise for all the things that I've been through. I thank God for every thorn in the name of Jesus.
My God.
We just have to know that we have to learn to bind it up. And we have to stand up in the Spirit of God no matter what. And I just thank God for being God. Glory to God. Amen.
Amen. Come on now.
Praise the Lord. Your history is his story.
That's right.
Let God have his way.
Amen. That's right.
You gotta go where I am. You gotta go where I've been. You gotta go through sin. And you ain't gotta worry about it. And the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you right now, my hero in this church, I love my pastor.
Amen.
I love my wife.
Amen.
I love Brother Terry. I love Minister Samantha. My hero in this church, come here, Deacon Will. Minister Elect Will, come here. Come on, this is my hero. This is my hero. But this man is in the middle of his struggle and ain't ashamed of it. You hear me? But guess what? What makes him my hero? He in this church where the doors are open or not. Guess what? He said, Bishop, I'm gonna go by and turn the air on. Bishop, I'm gonna do this. Bishop, I'm gonna do that. Bishop, you need somebody to be here when the man hang the sign. Bishop, I won't go. You know what I told him? I said, I got some things I need to do at the church Monday. He said, Bishop, don't worry about it. I'm gonna call my boss man and tell him I ain't going to work Monday because I want to be here to help you. You better tell him what God got you to say.
Amen.
Glory to God.
If you join that
On the
first
man.
team, you better be ready, Chad.
I just want to thank God for allowing me to be able. It's not just for me; it's just for each and every one of us because we all have something in the body of Christ. I just thank God for placing me